And you guys, congratulations being here.
Thank
you.
you.
Guys watch today's game. What impresses you and what sort of amazes you, for good or bad?
Joe, tell him.
What's so good about the game now? I like to see good defense, and when they on their game defensively, everybody's sliding and coordinating the defense, they're really good. But when they let somebody slide through for the whole game, they're not that good. And that's where it goes, as far as winning. Got to play that defense.
Before the big fella comments and has something really significant to say, I'm going to make my comment. It relates to today they think they need to go to the hoop, take it to the rack, or shoot the three. They forget the mid-range game is very effective, and those who use it are usually getting much better shots, and hopefully we will see more of that for this team here that's coming back from having shown that they could be great.
You gentlemen have referred to the changes in basketball over the years, and I know in your era the NIT may have been a bigger deal than the NCAA with some schools. I wonder if, given your preference to play in an era, would you prefer to play in the era you played, or would you prefer to play in the era now? Do you think basketball is better now, or was basketball better, purer then?
The game has changed. There's no doubt about that. Three-point line has changed the game more than anything. I was at an opening of some new dorms. The Darrell Imhoff was the head of marketing for a basketball camp in Oregon. And John Wooden and Pete Newell, and some of you will know the names and some of you won't. John Wooden, of course, is considered the greatest college coach ever, and Pete Newell was an incredible coach. Won a national championship. I played for him in the Olympics. And they were naming two dorms after Mr. Wooden and Mr. Newell, and they had a question and answer period with about 300 young coaches. And one coach said, what's the rule change that has made the biggest difference in basketball? Mr. Wooden said, I'd like to answer that first. He said it's the elimination of the jump ball after every made shot. Now you should have seen the reaction from those 300 young coaches out there. What in the world is that old man talking about, And Mr. Newell said, I agree with you, Coach, but he said, I think the second thing that's changed the game most was the origination of the center court line. It never used to be out there. You could dribble at any place and go any place. So the three-point line has changed the game dramatically too. I mean, it's a different line, but it's changed the game. Everything's moved away from the game. When we played, things were inside. In the NBA, for instance, everything was inside. Wilt, Russell, all the big guys, And I was the first big man to ever move away in the NBA. When I played center for the New York Knicks, first time I played center there, and of course when I'd move away, those guys were dumbfounded. I mean, they had never seen a player move away from the basket. They didn't know what to do. I mean, they really didn't know what to do. And of course now, all the big guys go out there. I mean, that's the game today. So it's changed. It's changed dramatically. And you don't have the gives and goes, the inside game like you used to have in the past. So it's a different game, But each era is a different era. I mean, it's a great game still today, but it's different than it was before.
Speaking of changes, I like the era that I played in because I was thinking. Now coaches, they don't think. They ran the same. Everybody run the same stuff. But when I played, you better be on your P's and Q's, because if a guy couldn't play defense, they would keep running plays at his man. Just keep running plays, make him play. Would wear him out. But now they let a guy like that stay on the court. And in my era, they wouldn't let you stay on the court because they would take advantage of you, and the coach couldn't afford to keep you out there. And I like the physicality of the game. Like it was real physical.
Sure.
But now everybody just go where they want to go. But now at that time, the guy going moving, you just nudge him just a little bit, and that separates the men from the boys as whether they could take it or not.
Yeah, there was a separation real quickly in the NBA.
Yeah.
I know Wilt used to tell all the rookies, he'd say, hey, Rook, he said, if I get an offensive rebound, you better run. He said, if you don't, I'll break your arm. And he would have, So the game before was really a lot rougher and tougher than people realize. And you didn't see so much of it in the past because there was not that much television. But today, everything is seen and replayed. Man, that's tough. Man, that's rough. Joe played. Mel played. We all played in the NBA. So it was, it's always been a tough game. It's always been a rough game.
Hello everyone, I spend a lot of time trying to get you guys nice videos, so please subscribe to this page. Thank you.